0.97.
Okay.
But I feel like that was a good warm up. You know what I'm saying? How about you? Which one do you prefer?
Welcome back to Classic Firearms. Kai over here, guys, and today we're going to talk about two legendary optics out there, Aimpoint T2 and Eotech EXPS3 Tag O. They're both legendary and battle proven, and they're used, they've been used throughout the world by multiple militaries, law enforcement, and civilians out there. And there is a reason for that. These two companies do awesome work, great products, and they keep innovating and keep bringing us better products. In this case, we've got these two optics that we're going to talk about. Now, Aimpoint is just a red dot, 2 MOA red dot, and Eotech has got the holographic sight, just a ring and a dot, 1 MOA dot in the middle. Two different systems. And in this case, I just want to say this, no matter what we say, these two options are phenomenal. They're fantastic options. Again, they've got enough time under their belt that have proven themselves. So whichever one you choose, you're not going to go wrong most likely, but we're going to do this video to hopefully give you some pros and cons and see which one better suits you. Overall, they're both fantastic right off the gate. Anyways, moving on, and let's talk about price between the two. Now, if you check out online anywhere, in general, you're going to find Aimpoint T2 to be about $200 more than the Eotech. I mean, not significant, but they're both already pretty expensive optics. And moving on to battery life, which is significant and very, very vital, right? And Eotech, as we talked about, holographic sight and a ring and a dot, it's going to draw more energy. So about 1,000-hour battery life here. And when we move over to Aimpoint, that's going to be about 50,000 hours, about 5 years, guys. And it's always on. So these battery hours are always on. So 50,000 hours, about 5 years, you can have this Aimpoint, and you don't have to worry about replacing the battery. And not the same thing for Eotech. And obviously, when it comes to battery life, we have to talk about the brightness setting. Eotech is going to have about 30 brightness setting. 10 of those are night vision, so about 20 daylight and 10 night vision. And Eotech is going to have these buttons on the side. And if you press the bottom, like the down arrow, and open the, basically turn the optic on, about 4 hours after you press this button, the optic is going to shut off automatically. If you press the up arrow, about 8 hours after you press this button, it's going to shut off automatically. And when you want to turn it off, when you're done using it, press these two buttons and hold them, and the optic is going to turn off. So depending on what brightness setting you use, this battery is going to run you about 1,000 hours. When it comes to Aimpoint, you're going to have about 8 daylight, 4 night vision, and just 1 off position. That's about it. Again, you don't really have to worry about battery life with Aimpoint. It's going to last you about 5 years. And from there, we're going to talk about the durability between the two optics over here. Now, what I've heard is Aimpoint is just more durable by design when compared to Eotech. Now, I don't know that. I haven't really tested the Aimpoint, but we have tested the Eotech in the past. I mean, this is just a different model over here, just a lower sitting Eotech. But you can see the glass is completely shattered. And what we did with this, we just threw it on the ground, big time. And threw it on a plate, the steel plate, just tried to punish it as much as we could, right? And in this case, the glass is completely shattered and the optic, the body is shifted a little bit. However, regardless, even though it shifted, the reticle held 0, which says a lot. I mean, the punishment we put this thing through, it held 0, which is, we were surprised, pleasantly surprised, of course. Now, that's Eotech. We haven't tested Aimpoint, but again, they've got numerous military contracts. They still do to this day. They're proven. So when it comes to durability, I'm not even going to stay on this topic too long. They're both durable enough to get the job done. And we're moving on to the size, the weight, the footprint, and all that. Clearly, Eotech is pretty big, right? It's got a larger footprint. It is definitely heavier at 11.3 ounce, about that. It does come with a riser mount, little clamp over here. So of course that adds up to it, because Aimpoint does not. I mean, you can buy one with it that'll increase the weight, but as is, just the sight alone, the optic alone, is about 4.6 ounce. So significantly lighter. And when you look at it, it's more compact, smaller footprint. And anybody who's been out there carrying a rifle for long periods of time, they'll tell you, you want it as light as possible, but still mission configured, but as light as possible. So Aimpoint definitely, in my opinion, would be a winner there, because I want something lighter. But at the end of the day, you want something that's more efficient, that you're able to accurately have your shots delivered on target. Now, with that being said, let's talk about field of view. Now, Eotech has got a large field of view. You look at it, nice ring and a reticle in the middle. I mean, truly, you can have both eyes open. Everything is crisp, clear, good to go. Now, Eotech definitely has that, and when it comes to field of view, beat Aimpoint. I'm just looking at the Aimpoint over here, and it's just narrow. I mean, when you have your both eyes open, obviously you're target focused at this point. You're looking at your target and everything blurry over here, but still, it's got a very, very narrow field of view. Now, with that, let's talk about night vision. I mean, when you're using night vision, again, they're both night vision compatible. With night vision, Eotech wins all day long, because you can use your active aiming with your nods on, and it'll be perfectly clear and wide enough and good to go if you're not using one of those passive laser devices. And on top of that, I heard this, and I haven't tested this, that larger field of view and that holographic sight, you're gonna, allegedly, you're gonna aim faster. You're gonna acquire your target faster, and therefore you're gonna be more accurate. So in theory, it makes sense to be faster with Eotech, because larger field of view, the holographic sight and all that. But are we really? I don't know. I think let's go to the range and find out, test it out ourselves.
All right, guys, here we are at the Take Aim range. I've got the ADM USC Mod 2 with the Eotech here in my hand, and I got a C-zone condensed target about 35 yards out. I'm gonna fire just a few rounds, like 3-4 rounds, just to see how this feels, how it looks, and then we'll do a quick drill. Let's see. Not bad. Again, Eotech's larger field of view. As soon as I grab it, and that ring, human brain, as we talked about, that ring and a little dot in the middle, your brain wants to just center that all the time. And as soon as I see my target, and I want to center that ring, and it definitely helps me aim faster. Feels good, feels good. And let's do a quick drill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be at the low ready, right? And when Ryan tells me to go, fire or threat, whatever, I'll fire like 5 rounds. Let's see how fast I acquire my target, and let's see how accurate I am among those 5 rounds. All right, Ryan, what do you think?
Ready.
All right, so I am ready.
All right, shooter ready?
Yep.
Threat.
What was that? 3 hits, 2 misses. All right, well, you guys are gonna see on the screen how fast this was. And now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to Aimpoint, but before I do that, I got some rounds left. We need to properly dispose this magazine. Woo! Nice. A little gas, but feels amazing. And I definitely feel pretty good with this Eotech. Like, pretty good, just a few misses, but overall good hits. Let's go check out the Aimpoint T2. All right, I've got the Aimpoint T2 here on Ryan's custom build rifle over here. It's got the same ADM roller and same barrel as the ADM, so very comparable. And we've got a suppressor on this one as well. So let's see. I'm gonna fire a few rounds first before we do our drill. Let's see how we do. All right, so I've got it over here. Let's see how this goes. Who told me I was going to be more accurate with Eotech? Okay, this actually, okay, right away, right off the gate, the field of view, 100%, obviously smaller than Eotech. However, it feels Okay, I gotta be honest with you guys. I've been running Aimpoints for years. So I've never personally run Eotech. Not that I have anything against it, just that's what I was issued when I was in law enforcement. And I bought my own too. So I ran, I'm used to just a red dot system, specifically Aimpoint. So it definitely helps, but I think Ryan's rifle helps too. So, all right, let's do our drill, Ryan. What do you think?
Ready.
I'm just gonna do like just low ready and 5 rounds. Let's see how fast I do with this one. So, all right, ready to go?
All right, shooter ready?
Yep.
Threat.
Well, there was no misses there. Again, 35 yards. I know I may be short for a rifle, but it's a C-zone condensed target, so it's small. And I had 5 hits. I believe it was even faster. Not necessarily just I was more accurate, but I believe I was faster with the Aimpoint.
All right, I was very surprised by the results. Now, I honestly thought, okay, you know, we've got the holographic sight, the dot, and your brain always wants to keep things neat and nice and center. You know, holographic sight, I was gonna be definitely faster acquiring my target and more accurate, perhaps, shot placement. But at the very least, faster acquisition of the target. But I was better with Aimpoint. Again, I'm more experienced with Aimpoint. In the last 10 years, 11, 12, or something like that years, I've used Aimpoint. I started with Aimpoint Pro and just Aimpoint, red dots. Eotech is a system that I've used, but I'm not as experienced with Eotech compared to Aimpoint. So I don't think that was a fair comparison. Let's just say that. So I don't want to sit here and tell you that, no, it's not faster to acquire target with the Eotech. It's the same, or if not worse. I can't say that to you because, again, I'm not as experienced with Eotech. In fact, the drill that I did, just simply raise a rifle, fire 5-6 shots, whatever it was. So I don't think it was a fair assessment. I think we should get back to the range so I can actually have multiple targets, either multiple targets or me moving around so I lose the sight of my target and then get back on it multiple times to give this Eotech a fair chance. So with that being said, I think we should get back to the range and try this thing one more time.
All right, guys, we're back at the range again. I thought it wasn't fair last time, and what are you doing here?
Oh, well, I called earlier because I just
You're
wasn't...
supposed to be sick.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good, but since you said you were going back to the range again and it's such a beautiful day, I figured I was actually feeling a little bit better, and I'm here with a superb optic, and I heard you're gonna run some drills, so let me show you why the Eotech is better.
You're only feeling better because we're gonna shoot today, that's why.
I said it was a beautiful day, didn't I?
All right, so, okay, well, let me explain to you real quick with the superb optic that you have over here. All right, so we went back, we came over here, I was by myself. There is a notion out there that Eotech is not as durable by design as Aimpoint. However, with a larger field of view, with the holographic sight, you acquire your sights better or faster, and you're more accurate.
Okay.
Compared to Aimpoint. So I'm trying to test that to see if I'm more accurate with Aimpoint and faster to acquire my target, and more accurate with Aimpoint. And last time I only shot 1 target. I was like, you know what, today we need to do transition.
Yeah, 2 targets. And I have also found what really increases accuracy are when your optics are zeroed.
And that is zeroed, so no excuses.
All right, let's do this.
All right, let's do this. All right, Clint, so I've got about 40 yards out, 2 targets downrange. Yeah. I'm thinking about 3 shots each. So bang, 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 transition to the next one, bang, bang, bang. See if you feel...
So 6 shots total, not 6 hits.
Not 6 hits, exactly.
So 6 shots total, and how many ever hits you have from that. So you want to go as fast as possible. Obviously, you want to be accurate. So you want a higher percentage of hits, but you only get 6 shots.
Exactly. I want to see how you feel with the superb optic that you have, Eotech over here, and versus the Aimpoint T2 over here.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I'm down with it.
Try,
a little bit different setups, but you know, it's cool. It's cool.
It'll get the job done.
It'll get the job done. All right. Cool. I brought the shot timer with me because I'm that guy. All right, so you said about 40 yards, 3 on each target, right?
Yes.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Let's go with it. I'm gonna start at the low ready. Okay, short, sweet, feels good. 4.01, 6 shots. 0.53 was my first split. 1.08, 0.58, 0.62, 0.61, 0.59, 0.53. So yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
Now try with the Aimpoint T2.
Okay. All right. And that was again 4.01. Let's see where we're at here.
That was seated in. Did you touch that? Uh-huh. There's one in the chamber too. Yeah.
Okay, very well. Ambi controls, am I right? Anyway, all right, so let's see here. I feel good with that. I'm gonna turn it down for me just a notch. Oh yeah, I like it when it's barely visible because I like to strain my eyes. All right, okay, 4.01 is the time to beat. Low ready, let's see. So, I mean,
So I want to see. That seemed faster.
it's a 3.97.
Okay.
But I feel like that was a good warm up. You know what I'm saying? How about you? Which one are you quicker at?
So I'm more trained on Aimpoint.
Okay.
So I'm pretty new to Eotech. I mean, I have some experience compared to Aimpoint, right? So the notion is that you acquire sights faster and you're more accurate with Eotech. That's what I'm trying to identify, and I'm trying to be unbiased here, but obviously I got more training with that.
Okay. So are you gonna run the same drill?
Yeah, I want to do the same thing. All right, so let me try this. Good holographic sight. Bang, bang. Good to go. All right, let's see what we got. I know I missed one, so I fired 3, but 4.2 seconds.
Okay.
Pretty good for Eotech, for me. Right?
Yeah.
Not that Eotech is bad, it's just I'm not as familiar with it.
Gotcha.
But I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong one. There we go.
I'm just following your lead, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. It felt pretty good. I felt like I was right on it because you know your brain wants to center that circle. So
Yeah.
felt pretty
So
good.
I've got my comments, which I'll hold towards the end of the video. But let's see how you do with the aim point.
Sounds good. Let's see. I missed 2. Yeah. 4.0, but yeah, I missed.
Yeah. So, all right. So here's my thoughts on it. Right.
Go ahead.
So first of all, yes, I am a big fan of Eotech optics. Recently in a live stream, actually, which we are live streaming now on YouTube and Twitch. We're trying to do other social media as well. So if you aren't subscribed, get subscribed. But one person asked me what I prefer for home defense and everything, and I really just love the durability of the Eotech. From what you were saying, that some people are claiming that the Eotech isn't as durable as the Aimpoint.
Combat, when it comes to combat situations, combat applications, I've heard this numerous times, obviously all over the internet too, but also personally heard from guys who have actually seen it out there or used it out there in some rough conditions.
Yeah.
That Aimpoint, supposedly, by design, more durable than Eotech. Supposedly.
It's literally got built-in body armor.
Yeah.
And on top of that, here's why I do like holographics quite a bit, because I am abusive on my stuff, right? And after torture testing the Eotech, even with the housing, that body armor that I'm talking about, being warped, getting completely destroyed, the front lens, that objective lens getting punctured and cracked, you're still able to pick up the reticle, and it even held 0. This is
we
after
talked about that.
a lot of torment. The problem with the red dot, and I'm not against Aimpoint T2, the 50,000 hour battery life versus the 1,000 whatever the heck it is, depending on whatever brightness setting you have it on. The battery life is superior. It's smaller, got a smaller footprint, it's lighter weight. It definitely has its pros, right? Yeah. However, if you want to talk about durability, if you were to puncture the objective lens on that, since it's not a holographic, you won't have that reflex coming in that you need, or that
It's useless.
Yeah, right? But what are the odds of that happening? Actually, it does happen. It's a possibility. But the odds of it happening, most of us aren't going to be probably worried about that. So
I think Aimpoint versus Eotech stress test maybe in our future.
you have been bringing up a lot of torture tests on optics recently.
You know what? There's a lot of comments out there. This is better. This is combat proven. You know what? I don't know about that. Do you?
You know what I think is going to break first?
Which one?
The mount. I do believe that the Eotech mount will be superior and more sturdy.
So short.
than,
There's nothing there.
So yeah, depending on the mount.
Yeah.
Right? So that one's a ScalarWorks mount, which again, I'm a big fan of those guys and make high quality stuff. If you were to go with a, I don't know, Aimpoint standard mount, whatever it might be, I do believe that's where your weak point might be.
I'd like to see actually, true, mount is one thing, of course, very important. You got to be able to keep it on the gun, right?
Right.
But I also want to see the optic itself too, see how durable it is. But overall, I have nothing against Eotech or Aimpoint.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah.
I actually
Love
shot
them
a little
both.
better with this. They're both literally battle proven.
Yeah.
They're the best out there.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I can't say anything about it, but I want to shoot some more.
Yeah, well, I mean, shoot some more, absolutely. But one thing to take into consideration as well, guys, as much as I love the Eotech, you do have that larger, depending on the model you get. I am a big fan of the EXPS3. That is a simple red dot, right? But still a holographic. However, this right here is your simple red dot with your 68 MOA outer ring, which is great to get a quick sight on target because you have that, especially for close quarters, right? However, you'll notice with the holographic sight, it's not going to be as clear and crisp reticle like a red dot is. A red dot is it's a lot crisper, right? So you don't have as much of a like a bleed, if you will, say something like that. That's why I really like to turn them down low, because now I'm looking at, like we've talked about in the previous video, it's shot placement down to a button, right?
That's right.
Not just a torso or something like that, right? So, which is really neat, if you ask me.
And I really like the Eotech's 1 MOA dot in the center.
Yeah.
You know, compared to 2 MOA, obviously on a red dot, but that 1 MOA, just smaller. It really is very nice. I'd have to train more with it, but it's for home defense situations. I mean, fantastic,
Yeah, again, that larger outer ring just makes it really easy to pick up really quick and get on target. Most of the time, you're probably not going to be aiming. You're just going to be sending rounds down range, trying to like hit whatever's shooting back at you. So there's that to take into consideration.
I got a question for you. You shot both of them,
Yeah.
and you know you shot them both very well. Which one do you think you picked up? I mean, you shot this one faster, but which one do you think you acquired your target faster?
I want to
be honest. I know you're biased.
Honestly, I'd have to look back at which one I engaged.
Do it again.
Okay. There we go. I mean, you got the shot timer? Yep. All I want to do is just literally a ready up, right? So it's just going to be one on each target.
Ready up? Yeah.
Yeah, just one on each target from my low ready, which I keep about here. So yeah, all right, let's just see, really quick. Okay, so 1.62 total time, 0.98 was my first shot. So pass that off. 0.98 with a 1.62. Remember that, 0.98, 1.62. Okay. And how bright am I? Good.
Let's see.
So 1.66 with a 1.04. So I was actually quicker with the Eotech.
Yeah.
Yep. So
a little bit quicker. Yeah. I mean, it's identical when it comes to. But so the whole notion.
I also think it comes down to the rifle, because I don't have as much weight at the end of that rifle also. So I mean, if you want a really scientific design, we need to get the exact same rifles, exact same attachments, exact same, well, it can't be the exact same optic if you want to do that, you know? So I think that has something to do with it as well, because one thing I'm noticing with like the Huxworks can, it's a little bit flatter shooting.
Yeah, we tried to
and
get
this gun overall is obviously
we try to make
better.
it as fair as possible, because they're both ADM lowers and, you know, 16-inch, the whole suppressor and all that stuff. So we try to make it as fair as possible.
Yeah. So, I mean, there you have it. But let us know down in the comment section, guys, red dot versus holographic, which one do you prefer and why? Personally, I am actually a really big fan of both. If I want to go for a lightweight build, I'm going to go with this, right?
Yeah.
If I want something that's going to be more of my, it has hit the fan and I need something that's going to take abuse, I'm going to go with one of those, right? That's why my Mark 18 has one of those on there.
Yeah. I mean, I go with what I'm trained, which is the red dot.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I can't train with this thing and get more proficient with this thing, even though with not much training I was able to do just fine with it. But familiar with that, that's what I'm going to go with. However, that's going to cost you a little bit more. That's one of the downsides of that. So
I really like this rifle though.
That's it though.
Out there. Anyway, well, great. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed mostly Kaya's video. I honestly haven't seen or done, I don't know what you did really before all this, because I literally did just show up.
You'll never know.
I guess I'll just have to watch the video to find out.
Yeah.
Like, hopefully you've made it this far. Somebody told you that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll appreciate it, guys. Let us know down in the comment section, red dot versus holographic, Aimpoint versus Eotech, Eotech versus Vortex, whatever it might be. Actually, Vortex is in the battle for both of these. Let us know what you guys prefer down in the comment section. As always, we appreciate you and your business.
God bless.
We'll see you next time at Classic Firearms.